Okay, so next up we have Cheryl Perreault, who's going to be joined by Steve Rapson. And Cheryl hosts the Wake Up and Smell the Poetry program on Hopkinton Public Access TV, and it's a great program. I'm actually featuring there next, it's the 21st, right? 19th, oh, sorry. Come on up, Cheryl. It's a Saturday, I know it's a Saturday.
Yes, I hope you will be there, Joe. So there are 3 events I'm looking forward to this coming week. Monday night, Steve and I will be over in Roslindale at the open mic there as feature, sharing spoken word and his beautiful guitar. And then Friday night on Main Street in Hopkinton, there is a new storytelling sharing series based on NPR The Moth. And we have a few guest tellers, and Dan Cloutier will be one of them over there with 2 others. And there's a pass the hat for people who want to participate. And then next morning, Joe Fredette will be there, won't you? As our feature of a songwriter feature, and we will also have a slam poet, Nael Israel from Boston, and we will have the stories of Dot Walsh coming from the Sherborne Peace Abbey. So it's a big week to come. So this piece is a number of stories, and they come to you from the voice of an 80 years or so man, and he is visiting his wife in the nursing home. And this is called Car Stories. In my car again, I will drive 15 miles. But then when I arrive, I will hardly see the way that you really look today, with 80-year-old wrinkles spread across your face, because I'm focused on the twinkle that I still see in your eyes. And I think that you are smiling because it's Sunday once again, although you keep asking what day it is today. So I tell you one more time, and I bring you ice cream for dessert, which you eat ravenously like a shaking baby bird, taking in one of the best pleasures that you currently do treasure in your life, just like how I have come to treasure every Sunday. And I hope you might remember who I am as you hear each word that I am saying, as I begin to tell you once again a Sunday afternoon worth of car stories. Car stories like the special day when I first set my eyes upon you, when I was working underneath the hood of my car until I stood up and saw you. And then at that moment our eyes had met and understood, as did our hearts, that we were destined to go driving in my car. And so I took you for a ride, my heart beating wildly inside in a car I had fixed oh so quickly on that night. And I think I've never heard someone laugh so hard in my life. With your hair blowing in the California wind, you looked so beautiful right then, your hair blowing all about me like Aphrodite. Car stories like how we were supposed to have a simple wedding day. My parents said they would pay, still pretty broke, we said okay. And the wedding circus then began, with your bridesmaid taffeta dresses that your sisters had selected, that when worn looked like the cross-dress of a porn star and wrestler, because your sister ripped and split hers, causing her to falter, bump your nephew at the altar, who dropped and lost your ring till 2 days later. And And as we said our wedding vows with merry eyes and smirking mouths, we couldn't help but stare into each other's eyes and burst out belly laughing till we cried. And then we ran off and jumped inside of our getaway, runaway, just married honeymoon car. Car stories like how when we had 3 children and a tiny apartment for our home and not an inch of space to call our very own. Little children running naked, messy, screaming with mischief and with glee as they went running down the halls, finger painting on the walls. We'd look at each other in constant catatonic state. Been so easy in those days to get at each other, then to get under each other's skin, to try to expel the tension that we both felt inside. But when we'd feel the blood pressure rise, we'd say, okay, let's get in the car, go for a drive, get some air, let off some steam, get some distance, buy some ice cream. Although we could hardly afford it with our new family of 2 + 3, we'd shrug our shoulders, say, what the hell, enjoy the ride and break the spell of potential unhappiness that every couple must accept. Car stories like how we watched our kids go off and marry, could have gotten caught up and carried with the crying and separation, feeling sorry in our empty nest, depressed isolation. But we got past it and accepted this new life. Throughout the quiet days and nights, we'd be working side by side, sometimes grunting at each other, doing things we didn't like. And then suddenly you'd look at me, smile, and go get the keys and suggest we both go for a ride, drive to the ocean, dive in the tide with our clothes on, or maybe off that night, dipping down, submerging, emerging while going body surfing at the empty nesting hang 10 age of 60 and 64. When the car stories are over, I realize I'd have lived my life no differently up to this very day, still getting in my car every Sunday. And when I come to visit, I see you are in a new world every other minute. And I know you wonder who I am as I come through the door, smiling at you because I've always loved you so. And so I bring you chicken soup while you ask me what the day is. I bring the spoon up to your lips that I have always loved to kiss. And then you smile as you see me pull out the ice cream. And you calm some more and settle down in your chair, looking at that moment so comfortable right there, as if there is no other time or place that you should ever be. And then I settle in beside and tell you once more, we are going for a ride. And I take a breath from deep inside and tell you one more Sunday afternoon's worth of car stories.
That was Cheryl Perreault, everybody. Beautiful poem, spoken word, awesome.